Number 10. Doggy skateboard through the longest human tunnel. This is Otto, the English bulldog who lived in Lima, Peru. Whenever he skated, people didn't just stop and stare. They enthusiastically lined up to be part of his tricks, too. In 2015, this talented dog skateboarded through the longest human tunnel without touching the 30 pairs of legs around him or getting help from the humans. The Guinness World Records forever immortalized him for his doggone efforts. He was only 3 years old when he achieved worldwide fame, but his journey started way beyond that. His owners were inspired to get a bulldog when they saw videos of Tillman, the bulldog who held the dog skateboarding record before Otto did. When these humans got Otto, it didn't take them long to see that their puppy had a natural flair for skating, football, and surfing. Talk about being a multi-talented sports dog. Besides sliding through people's legs, Otto also knew many skateboarding tricks. This is good because people came up to him and he liked performing to people, especially if they had treats. It's a sad thing that Otto passed away in December 2019, but his skateboarding legacy lives on. Number 9. Play the piano on AGT like a chicken star. Talent shows like America's Got Talent get their fair share of animal performances that go beyond the usual dancing dog, circus cats, and talking parrots. Like Mudslinger, the pig who could play golf and soccer, well, sort of. Hey, at least he got a kiss from Heidi Klum. But the most awesome animal act out there has got to be Jaku.
No way.
The brown chicken who reluctantly played America is Beautiful on a piano in front of a live audience and the whole world. Wait, what? A chicken playing the piano? Yeah, everyone was skeptical at first too, especially when Jaku's owners had to coax him several times to peck at the keys instead of his feathers. The judges were visibly bored and looked like they were inches away from hitting those X buzzers. It was starting to feel like the animal was chickening out of the audition. But just as the owners were about to bury their heads into the wooden floors of the stage, Jaku decided he'd do his trick anyway. So he began pecking at the ivories, hitting all the right notes in time with the melody of the song. Needless to say, Jaku was a crowning hit. The audience and, more importantly, the judges loved him. He was a shoo-in for the next round.
That is crazy.
Unfortunately, he and his partner really chickened out of the next part of the competition and were sent back to the farm. But, oh well, at least now everyone knows the name of Jaku. Number 8. Monkey eat berries like a boss Ewok. Monkeys have developed a reputation for being mischievous creatures who will take advantage of humans whenever they can. They'll resort to robbery and outright assault just to get what they want. This might be the reason why this video made people pause and melt. This is a golden snub-nosed monkey. In case you're wondering, this animal is endemic to China and northern Vietnam. So not a lot of people have seen it before. It's almost like a creature from a Star Wars movie. Kind of like an Ewok, but more colorful and less chirpy. But even if it's cute and unusual, that in itself might not have been enough to make the internet go gaga for it. But the fact that this snub-nosed monkey was so gung-ho about eating berries without resorting to violence is practically zen. It looks like it's about to drop the mic and break into a rap in between berries. Anyway, the combination of physical cuteness and badass behavior was too much, and the internet just straight up played the clip on repeat. Hey, we all need something cute to boost our mood during these dark times, but we can't monkey around like usual. Number 7. Otter-ly swim in a condominium pool. When the lockdown started, news all over the world featured animals wandering through empty roads and cities. Well, the stories haven't stopped 1 year later. Recently, a dozen smooth-coated otters in Singapore caught the eyes of the residents of a condominium. But not in a good way. These animals swam from the nearby Alexandra Canal and ate almost all of the fish kept in the estate's pond. After the buffet, the otters swam in the condominium's pool like they owned it. Some of the children were so scared that they cried. What's worse, residents, especially the children, had been helping feed the fish every weekend. When the otters left, the residents had to pay to clean the pond and the pools. They were also really sad to see that the fish they had considered pets had been mangled badly. Some had even lost their eyes and were only half eaten. Experts discovered a gap in the fence that the otters must have used to enter the premises. They also had warned people living near the Alexander Canal of otters frequently seen in the area. Number 6. Doggies stop a soccer game and win a race. Through the years, animals have found hilarious ways to interrupt sports games and make everyone, audience, players, and referees, stop and stare. Like the black cat that appeared during an NFL game and made a touchdown, or the chicken that was thrown onto the ice rink during a hockey game. But these two dogs really took the whole interruption game to the next level as they became MVPs of the matches. We start with this mutt, who ran onto the pitch of a Christmas soccer game in Bolivia. The dog had stolen a black cleat, so he wanted to show it off to the players. He kept running around, avoiding the referees until the humans stopped the game. When he knew he was the center of attention, he dropped on the grass so he could happily chew on the shoe and get belly rubs. When he got his fill of adoration, he finally allowed the humans to carry him off the pitch. But since he'd become a star, people noticed that the dog was a stray. A campaign to find him a home began, but didn't last long because one of the players from the game adopted him. Our next sports story has a more dramatic twist. A high school relay at Logan High School in Utah became viral, not because of the athletes, but because of a tiny dog that decided to join the competition. The dog must have been itching to run, even when the event started, or he must have run with his owner during training. During the final relay, it finally broke free from its owner, and you can see it running after the anchor who was leading the pack. During the final 50-meter mark, the dog came up even and actually overtook the athlete to win the race. We're halfway through. Are you liking this video? Then please take a moment to like and subscribe to our channel. Remember to hit the notification button for regular updates of our informative and exciting animal videos. Number 5. Cattily take over a restaurant. Cats are very stubborn and individualistic creatures. They do what they want to do when they want to do it, and this tabby cat is no exception. She's decided that the floor of this popular restaurant in Thailand is the best napping place, and she doesn't care even if she's in the way of waitresses and customers. But the humans, even the restaurant boss, is okay with accommodating the cat's whims. They're content watching this fat, lazy cat sprawl on the floor. Number 4. Take a berry public swim. We've recently featured a mother bear with her 4 cubs answering the age-old question, why did the bear cross the road? Go see that video after this to find the answer. Anyway, it must be because it's summer or something, but other bears have been popping up in other spots, like Pope Beach, south of Lake Tahoe in California. Human swimmers, paddle boarders, and sunbathers had to pause and stare for a while and give this mother bear and her 2 cubs a lot of space as they played in the waves. After swimming, the mother bear led her brood across the sand towards a picnic table where the whole family could get some food. We hear some humans trying to discourage the bear from looting the bags on the table.
I saw him coming when I was driving and I went, I wonder where he's going. I was looking for him when I put my stuff down. I went,
But who would stop if you smell some yummy food in front of you and you've got 2 cubs wanting food? Now! Number 3. Horseplay with a gigantic ball. Every year, tens of thousands of horses from the US are exported to Mexico for their meat. So it's no wonder that this horse that was rescued from a slaughterhouse and brought to Aurelia's animal sanctuary was just happy to be alive. Only 5 years old, Minty was just a few days away from her deathly trip across the border when his rescue happened. Now that he's free, he's discovered that the best way to play is with this gigantic ball. And when you see a horse playing with his ball, you can't help but stop and look, even for just a little while. Number 2. Gator-stroll through a parking lot. Florida is known for a lot of things. but it's really famous for its alligators and sharks, both of which we featured countless times. So here's another clip that we're sure you'll be staring at in awe as you watch. This happened at a Fort Myers public supermarket parking lot. And here's a gigantic alligator casually having an early morning stroll across the place, like it's saying, "Nothing to see here, just an alligator, all normal, I won't bite you in half." Alligators are mostly active at night, but experts believe that this one was most probably looking for a mate, as April signals that it's time to make some baby gators. Needless to say, everyone stared at this Godzilla-like animal from far away. Number 1. Sheepishly create a crop circle. A lot of sci-fi shows love to include a crop circle in their stories. It's usually a prelude to alien abductions. But here's a different kind of circle that would make an onlooker stop and wonder if they've become part of the X-Files. A 47-year-old lecturer at the Royal Holloway University in London recently posted these photos of hundreds of sheep assembled in a flock circle. The man had been on his daily bike ride when he spotted this huge phenomenon in a field over a hill. It was so bizarre that he initially thought it was a spaceship. He discovered that the circle was made up of hundreds of sheep standing quietly. He said that he'd passed by the place lots of times, but this was the first time that the sheep had done this. And it was also the first time that they were quiet. They'd usually been noisy. If you've ever been to a farm, you know how noisy sheep can be. A huge debate erupted when the man posted the pictures on Facebook. Later on, it was discovered that the sheep had been following a sheep snacker, or livestock feeder, that distributed the sheep's food in a circle. So they were just following the food trail. But do you really believe that the sheep were just hungry? Or was this a case for Scully and Mulder? There you have it, our clips where everyone stopped to watch when an animal did this. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the like button and to subscribe to our channel. And while you're here, check out our videos of the 12 animals that shocked viewers.